In the bowels of our planet hides a whole world, a huge network of tunnels, underground cities and secret objects, the existence of which most people do not even suspect. For thousands of years, mankind has been exploring the underground space, creating shelters, temples, cities, and military bases deep underground. Today, we will take a journey through the most impressive underground structures of the world, from ancient underground cities to modern technological complexes, and learn how the underground civilization of mankind developed. The first underground cities appeared thousands of years ago when ancient civilizations began to explore caves and create artificial underground structures for protection from enemies and harsh natural conditions. Turkey is home to the most famous ancient underground city, Derinkuyu, built over 3,000 years ago and capable of holding up to 200 people at a time on 18 underground levels. This amazing complex included churches, schools, warehouses, wineries, and even cattle pens, as well as a complex ventilation system that continues to operate today. To protect the city from invaders, massive stone doors weighing more than 500 kilograms were installed that could instantly block the passageways between levels. In Egypt, archaeologists have discovered the ancient underground complex of Zerzura, built in the time of the pharaohs and equipped with an advanced water collection and storage system. Underground cities existed in ancient China, where archaeologists continue to find new tunnels and rooms under the ancient imperial palaces. In India, ancient step wells, multi-level underground structures that served as sources of water and places of rest in the hot season have been preserved. On the territory of modern Iraq, archaeologists found the remains of underground temples of Sumerian civilization, more than 4,000 years old. In ancient Greece, there was an extensive network of underground sanctuaries and temples associated with the cult of underground deities. In Peru, the Incas created underground food storage facilities that maintained a constant temperature through natural ventilation. But beneath the streets of Rome spreads a vast network of catacombs with a total length of more than 375 kilometers, longer than the New York subway system, in which about 500,000 people are buried. These underground labyrinths serve not only as burial sites, but also as secret churches during the persecution of Christians and later used as shelters during military conflicts. In medieval Europe, many cities had extensive underground systems that were used to store food, wine, and other goods in constant temperatures. The famous Paris catacombs, created in former quarries, were the final resting place for the remains of more than 6 million people, and today attract tourists from around the world. In medieval Edinburgh, the overpopulation of the city led to the construction of underground streets and dwellings, creating a multi-leveled underground city, some of which has survived to this day. Underground passages often connected medieval castles to the outside world, allowing the inhabitants to leave the fortress unnoticed during a siege or to obtain supplies. In the dungeons of medieval monasteries, elaborate wine cellar systems were created to maintain ideal conditions for storing wine. Many medieval underground structures still remain unexplored, hidden beneath the foundations of modern cities. In the Czech Republic, the medieval system of underground passages in the town of Jalava, which was used to store beer and protect the inhabitants during wars, has been preserved. Archaeological research shows that medieval builders had a deep knowledge of underground construction and ventilation. World War II dramatically changed the approach to underground construction when London created a parallel city beneath its streets with secret bunkers for Churchill's war cabinet and underground factories producing airplane parts, safe from German bombs. Nazi Germany built a massive underground complex, Project RIS, consisting of 7 huge structures, each larger than New York's Grand Central Station. And they were built using forced labor from concentration camp inmates. During the Vietnam War, an incredible 150-mile-long network of Q-Chi tunnels were created to house entire villages, hospitals, and weapons depots, and their 3-level design and underwater entrances made them virtually invulnerable to the enemy. During the Cold War, the U.S. built the Cheyenne Mountain Complex, a 5-acre facility with 15 buildings, mounted on giant springs to absorb shock waves from nuclear explosions. The Soviet Union created the secret Metro 2 system, an underground railroad 0 meters deep, connecting the Kremlin to the government's suburban bunkers. China's nuclear plant 816 is the world's largest man-made cave complex stretching 12 miles inside a mountain. Switzerland has created a unique bunker system capable of sheltering its entire population in the event of nuclear war. The underground military facilities facilitated the development of air purification, water, and energy supply technologies that later found application in civilian construction. North Korea has a huge network of underground military facilities, including factories, warehouses, and command centers, estimated to be thousands of kilometers long. In Japan, extensive underground complexes were built during the war to protect military production from bombing, many of which have survived to this day. Modern Helsinki is implementing an ambitious underground construction plan with more than 400 tunnels, shopping centers, and the world's first underground fire station, while new rock drilling technology creates perfectly flat tunnel walls without the use of explosives. Montreal's underground city connects 20 miles of tunnels beneath the city center, serving 500,000 people daily, with a climate control system that protects against harsh Canadian winters. Singapore's underground science city, which cost $5.7 billion to build, houses 4,200 scientists in 40 interconnected caverns equipped with state-of-the-art laboratories. Seoul's subway stations are designed as nuclear bunkers with blast doors and water tanks to shelter millions of people in case of emergency. In Las Vegas, an $18 million luxury underground mansion has been built with artificial parks and a digital sky that mimics the weather on the surface. In Switzerland, former military bunkers have been converted into $3 million luxury survival suites, complete with hydroponic gardens and advanced medical equipment. The Australian town of Coober Pedy is almost entirely underground, where the natural temperature of the rocks allows for a comfortable microclimate without the use of air conditioning. The Boring Company's technology promises to reduce the cost of tunnel construction by 90%, which could revolutionize underground construction. China is developing plasma drilling systems that can reduce tunneling costs by 80% by using high-temperature plasma to fracture rock. New materials such as transparent aluminum and self-healing concrete are making underground construction safer and more attractive to live in. The Mexican project Earth Skyscraper is a grandiose inverted pyramid, 65 stories deep, that will be able to accommodate 100,000 residents while preserving the historic surface architecture and demonstrating a new approach to urban development. Moscow plans to build the world's deepest shopping mall, 740 feet below street level, using advanced engineering solutions to build under existing subway lines and building foundations. Japan's Alice City project envisions a 16-story underground metropolis beneath Tokyo that will utilize geothermal energy and advanced life support systems to create a comfortable living environment. The Deep Earth project in Beijing plans to use geothermal energy to power entire underground neighborhoods, creating an autonomous ecosystem independent of surface energy sources. By 2050, experts predict that up to 20% of urban development will move underground, creating new opportunities for urban development in limited surface space. The underground construction industry will reach $3 trillion by 2040, spurring the development of new technologies and materials specifically for underground construction. Underground cities of the future will be interconnected by high-speed transportation systems, creating a global network of subway metropolis. Artificial intelligence will play a key role in managing the complex systems of underground cities, optimizing the use of resources and ensuring the safety of residents. Space technologies being developed for the colonization of Mars will find application in the construction and maintenance of underground cities on Earth. The development of underground urbanization may become a key solution to the challenges of climate change and global population growth. We hope you've learned a lot of new and interesting things. If yes, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends. Leave a comment. What fact surprised you the most? Thanks for your attention, and see you in the next video.